Hi everyone! Today I was tasked to share with you a glimpse into my life as a teacher, but before I do that, let me first introduce myself. My name is Miss Sofia Montenola. Currently, I am a grade 3 teacher at an international school in Pasig City, and it says here that I'm a self contained teacher. What that means is that I handle most of the major subjects of my students, like English, social studies, Filipino, and values education. Besides this, I'm also a part time MA student at Ateneo de Manila University. So, to be completely honest with you, I do come from a family of educators, but what really pushed me to become a teacher is how I love spending time with kids. So, back when I was an undergraduate student, I would volunteer for several programs and organizations that aim to teach young children how to better read and write. Now, I also want to share with you the things I think I have gained in the last 3 years of my teaching experience so far. First of all, I can confidently say that work is never boring. Every single day, I learn something new not just from my students, but from my co teachers as well. And since I work in an international school setting, I get to learn more about the cultures of my students and I get to formulate my own perspectives on brand new things. Working as a teacher isn't your typical desk job. You wouldn't be having to face a screen for 8 to 9 hours in a day in a regular teaching situation. This is because you get to walk around and stand up a lot when you're teaching your class. So, if you're concerned about your health, then I think this aspect of teaching could be very beneficial to your life. Being a teacher, lots of students and even their parents remember you in the long run. So they don't just remember you because of what you taught them in class, but also how you treated them and the experiences you've had together as a whole. So for example, 2 years ago, I used to teach grades 5 and 6. And even though they're teenagers now, some of my students would still message me to ask how I am, or they'd even reach out to me whenever they think they're in need of help or advice. So I think that's really sweet of them to still remember me in those situations. Being a teacher entails you to help other people. Since teaching is a vocation, it's just a given that you are able to serve so many people. So, no matter how tiny you think the efforts you're making are, when you're a teacher, know that all of these efforts lead to you leaving a mark and a lasting impact on the lives of others. And in line with that, the biggest thing I think I have gained from teaching so far is definitely how I'm able to make an influence on others and how I get to make my mark on their lives. So, like what I said a while ago, it's not just about what you teach or the materials you've produced for your students, but basically how you're able to affect their lives and how you treat them. So, remember that you're not just teaching them lessons, but you're also teaching them how to live their lives more effectively and how they can use their knowledge that they gain from you in order to become better people. And I think this is the best thing about being a teacher. Let me share with you one of the letters I received from one of my students in my advisory class last year. The person who left this on my desk is a girl. Her name is Andy, and it took her quite some time to adjust to being in our class, but she ended up showing such great potential throughout the long run. So, let me read it aloud. Dear Miss Montenola, thank you for teaching us English language arts, social studies, life skills, Filipino, IT, and being our homeroom advisor. You do all of those things very well, but that's not it. You also teach us how to be good people and prepare us for the future. And I think, in a nutshell, the content of this letter is basically what my teaching life is about. It's not just about teaching others to read or to write, It's also about leaving my mark by teaching people how to become the best version of themselves. And for me, I think this is what teaching is about. So, right now, I want to share with you how I'm adapting to the current situation wherein we're all stuck at home. So, I created a makeshift classroom for the meantime, and I'm currently holding my classes via Zoom, so it's been a challenge for me, but I know that despite these challenges, if we're able to work together, if students and teachers are able to respect one another and cooperate as well, then the school year is gonna be still just as fulfilling and productive. Things may be different now, but what's important is how we deal with the situation. And right now, I'm currently still adjusting, but I know that in the next few months, things will get better for us all. So before I end, I just wanted to leave you guys with a quote, which is to believe in you're halfway there. So I hope that you find the career that will make you feel happy and fulfilled in your life. And even though you're not so sure about that now, I hope you will experience things in your remaining few months of school in order to reach to that realization. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you so much for listening to my really short talk, and I hope you learned something from it. Bye.